All right. Well, salutations to the kindred spirits. Happy Saturday to everyone in the Tricksupply universe. We are live from the showroom in Las Vegas, where today we'll be looking at some new stuff, some old stuff, some weird stuff. I got some sale items, got all kinds of things to look at today. And I'm going to start here on our newly improved webpage. If you've been on the Tricksupply website lately, you've seen some nice upgrades, including our search bar, which lets you find anything you want quickly now. Been using the heck out of that thing. I want to point your attention a little bit down on this screen here. You scroll down a little bit, you see a click here to save 5%. And you can sign up for the newsletter. I'm going to encourage everyone to do that. You'll get a little savings if you haven't signed up to the newsletter. And in addition to that, you get the scoop on all the latest and greatest things, our current sales items. We'll send you a mailer about once a week, let you know when this live stream is happening and things of that nature. We'll get to some of that in just a moment, but hey, let me say hello to the folks that take the time to say hello to me. Hey, y'all. Brian, what's up? How you doing? Kindred spirits in the house. Mystery box. I was looking for a jar trick right before we started. There are no tricks with the jar on my desk. Nice to know YouTube's doing their job. Bro, I can't wait to see the evolution of Nick Dragotier. Building it strong, I'm sure. Hi, Canada. All right. So, yeah, today's a loosey-goosey session. I pulled some card stuff. I pulled some coin stuff. I got some mentalism. I got some bargain items to look at for the local regulars that make their way in here. But I think we could start over here with, let's take a look at our newsletter and see what's happening through this point of view. This is what you'll get in your email, you know, if you jump on and sign up, and if not, why not? You can find out what's going on here. We start with a couple of new releases from the Murphy's Magic House. They got the Void out and also their Fishbowl production. The Void is essentially a switching device. Maybe this. Maybe we could go even take a look over. Well, let's look at this for just 1 second over on the Murphy site. I'm actually expecting these units in the shop Monday, so we don't have these to look at on hand. Pardon me briefly. Yo, Wolf, the mail's here. Okay. We're multitasking today. Well, he might be leaving. All right, here we go. Let's just take a real quick look at this demo video of the Void. This mystery box that lives on your keychain seems like a pretty desirable product. This is a 5-minute trailer. I'm only going to spend 20 seconds on this thing, but look how clean this is. Here we go. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
This is no ordinary photo keychain. This is a switching device. Everything happens out in the open. The audience can remove the card and they can examine everything.
Nice. So sadly, I don't have
it,
the unit
honestly.
here. I
That's
can't
one of the
really
coolest
talk too much
things
about
that
this
happened
now.
today.
So if you want if you want the full scoop, if you want Doug Conn's official opinion, you'll have to tune in next Saturday and ask me that question. Or you could do this. You could call the shop on Monday or Tuesday. I'll just tell you what I think about it. It seems like a very smart approach to the mystery box where a card appears in a previously visible spot. My understanding is this device does numerous things, and I did watch a little bit of the tutorial last night. I won't argue Marty Jacobs, like, it is a dumb name. Why is it the Void? But maybe this is why. There's a 6-hour tutorial with this product, 6 hours. Somehow they managed to do it without Craig Petty, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's one of the hot new things from Murphy's. The other thing also featured in the newsletter is this fishbowl production. I feel like this item is a little more niche, but if you're looking to put a big production like, well, here, we'll just look at this for a minute. Let's just watch this. Here we go.
Evoking emotion is crucial for any professional performer. Introducing the fishbowl production by Murphy's Magic. Your key to creating absolute astonishment for any audience. This is a stunning production item that transforms any performance into a moment your audience will never forget. At first glance, it looks like a heavy glass fishbowl, crystal clear, elegant, and impossible to hide. The secret, it's in the design. This bowl is actually made from an ultra durable polymer, giving you the beauty of real glass without the weight, fragility, or risk of breaking. The bowl has been designed to magnify and visually enlarge anything you put inside, making this solution even more impossible looking.
I'm not gonna lie, I want one of these and I don't know why.
You can produce life itself. Each set includes a high-quality professional fishbowl, a secure.
I don't know, this seems like a pretty good piece of kit for $80. Get the bowl and
lifelike fish in a convenient
capper, the bag, all the
making
fish.
Transport and setup simple and practical.
All right, look, I wish I had 6 hours to look at all the Murphy's trailers today, but we have to be a little timely and skip around the list. There's lots to look at. If you're talking about the top thing, that's the cover that keeps the liquid inside there, right? It keeps everything sealed up. Here's a question from Marty. What do you think about Murphy's output? You know what? They are like kind of cranking it out, but I like this. They're cranking out classics. It's not like everything's the latest, greatest new thing. They're you know, they're reinventing or repurposing some time modern effects, and I kind of like that. Like we got enough new stuff. There's a lot of great old stuff that we don't know about because we've been looking at too much new stuff the last 20 years. So, like the re-release of some of the Max Maven packet tricks or the Nick Trost stuff. They've also started producing the standards like throw streamers and snowstorms and silks and things like that. So yeah, don't hate it. Don't hate it. All right, what else is in the mailer? Let's take a look over here. Fishbowl 52 on one deck. Happy to get some of these in the shop. Maybe we'll look at this next week when we haven't had this trick in my tenure here. Love the Bodega coin tray by Louis Fox. I keep one of these things on the counter. This is it's the multiplying money tray, but in the vein of you know, need a penny, take a penny. So these are fun. Really anything by Louis is good. He's like a super pro, so you can get any of his stuff and be happy. Of course, the Paul Draper book, man, if you didn't watch the Paul Draper stream last week, you missed out. And I'm going to suggest you go back to our YouTube channel or go on the website and look at our past live stream list. Paul laid out some wisdom, and this book is a beautiful thing. We have signed copies for you if you want one. Put it in your universe. You won't be sad about it. And then my new favorite card trick, What Happens in Vegas. We showcased that a couple weeks ago. It's a great idea from Peter Studebaker, the Blanky Hanky. There's our sugar bunny. I'm scrolling down a little bit. I want to get to the, did I pass it up? Did I pass it up? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's listed in the text, but I don't see it in the links. I'm going to just tell you what it is. It's good for like the Bodega coin tray and stuff. Yeah, Louis stuff. It's 3D printed, but it's quality. You know, there's a unsolicited testimony. Just to be clear, the 52 on one deck is this. A spectator thinks of a card, and then they cut to the card they're thinking of, or the magician cuts to it. All right. Well, everything's not for everyone, Mr. Jacobs. That's cool. All right, let me talk about the subject I'm most excited about. It's right in front of your face. Look at this. It's our new merch. This is a shirt that was designed by Eric Stevens, paying homage to the Cardician, Ed Marlo. This is Marlo's full service garage shirt, mechanic on duty. We allude to Marlo being a machinist here. Got the card insignias on it, Chicago, Illinois. This is Marlo's birth date. And this is the shirt we're talking about today. For reference, I wear a 2X. This shirt fits like a glove. It's a 2X size. I'm 250. I'm a 6 foot tall guy. A little bit on the big side. When I need a 2X, sometimes it's a little small. This one fits great. The material's lovely. Feels wonderful. It's a thinner shirt, so you can layer it if you want to do that thing. If you're running around the Las Vegas summers, you're going to have a nice breathable piece of Marlo apparatus. So if you're looking to celebrate your card magic, in a fantastic way, let me suggest you get our new Marlo t-shirt. That is on the Tricksupply website. I'll bring it up in just a second. I figured I should do a little bit of card magic today. This is the only card magic I'm doing this afternoon. I'm phoning it in with the Dave Powell Spring fan. Having fond memories of Harry Anderson using this as a comedy gag in his act. This thing is kind of a smart design. It's got like a tension spring built on the back of it. So you just kind of pinch it. And then when you release your grip, you get an instant fan. It's also good for staying cool in the Las Vegas summers. Now I got my required card trick out of the way. Marlo, a lot we could talk about with Marlo. I feel like I've talked about him before, but if you don't know who Ed Marlo is, it's kind of my duty to let you know. He's the most prolific, certainly the most prolific card magician of all time, having published thousands, and is it tens of thousands? Probably just thousands of card tricks. You're looking at a few of them here. Mint, his collection of ideas from the New Tops magazine. Marlo's magazine, that's a lifetime of card work there. If you're a card man looking to go in the deep end, well, these are the titles that you're looking for. It's kind of a niche thing, deep dive card man stuff, but I do have a couple recommendations for something maybe a little more user friendly. That's going to be this book from Kevin Kelly and Randy Wakeman. I'll be clear, this is an imperfect book, but I'm also going to be clear. I think it's the best overall start for studying Ed Marlo, as these guys have collected some of his most important ideas from the last 40 years. Put them on the page for you. There's some new updates, some great Marlo stories. And if you haven't experimented with Ed Marlo, I think this is the best modern text to jump in and get some of his work working for you. And if you want to get the latest, greatest Ed Marlo thing, it's this one. This is the Unexpected Card Book. This was released last month. I haven't dug into this, but I did page through it yesterday, and I was surprised to find 0 pictures. So what you're looking at here is about 300 dense pages of the most obscure, deep dive Ed Marlo card material you could possibly want to wrap your brain around. If you've got the Marlo magazines, I would suggest this is a perfect 7th volume for that set. If you're like one of those card guys, guilty, who loves it enough to get the magazines, you probably should have the Unexpected Card Book. But oh, for sure. There's arguments that other people are maybe more, let's not go there. Marlo's a goat. We're representing the goat with our new merch. Buy one at Tricksupply. Here's what you do: spend $100. We'll send you a thing. We'll ship you for free. Free shipping over $100. Does that work with the shirts? These are drop ship from a print shop. So I'm not sure about that. Yeah, Marlo didn't publish many pictures. Like I was digging a few things out. There's like the estimation volume. Look at this. This seems like a thin pamphlet, right? And it is kind of small, I guess, 79 pages. When you factor in there's no illustrations, this is like I don't know, for a modern time, this is a 300-page hardback book. And by the way, there's another deep cut on Ed Marlo, the estimation. Truth be told, I was almost all in on Marlo today. We were just going to talk about Marlo for 45 minutes, and then I realized there's only about 4 people that want to do that. So I changed direction, and we're going to continue changing that direction now as we go on to other topics. Let me see if I can answer this question. I believe at one point his son was doing drawings. I know for the ORAM file book, Brian Malkowski, which was Marlo's last name, did those illustrations. I don't know. I don't know if he illustrated his early works or not. If you can answer that question today, chat, you get bonus points. And you can save up those bonus points for the Koopy doll round. So that's my suggestion. All right, let's go back to the fun magic product section of the stream. Here we're looking at a nice piece of wood magic. This is from Shasha Bolton. I'll get the name right. We'll go look at his stuff on the website. This is a production drawer box. Nicely crafted, beautiful etching on the box. When I think of this product, I think of this one as relating to the closest thing I could think of would be the TCC anything box. And the anything box is really ideal to produce like a deck of cards. I would suggest this could be great for that, or any object that you might fit into the drawer box. So if you're looking for kind of a classier presentation for what is typically a plastic piece, let me talk about Shasha Bolton for just a moment. I'm going to go over to the Tricksupply website. We just added his, I don't know if it's the whole line, but certainly a lot of the stuff from this fine creator. I say creator, I'm going to revise that to craftsman. We're seeing some of the classic props in Magic. The drawer box, this empty box, the key through coin. There's a prediction. This chicken and egg box, that's a... I'm going to have to pull that one out and look at it. I am going to show you one more here, the zigzag pencil. As I go through these items, it's times like this where I wish I had a clone to learn every single trick we had in this warehouse, but there's only 20,000 things here. Bluntly, yes, there is a hole on the bottom. It has to be there to make the prop work, but look how easy it is to conceal that if you're worried about it. After the box comes out, it is not visible. So it is a solid box once you've produced the thing you want to produce. So again, if you're looking for these props, it's Shasha Bolton. I'm going to go back here to the screen so you guys want to search this stuff down later. Go to the search bar, SHASA. There we go. And you'll see all the fine products pop up. We're going to take a look at his version of the zigzag, which is, this is a pencil one. Let me grab this thing. I got a couple of the products here. We can just take a quick look like it. This is actually a cool one. This is a very, very clever piece. And if the wood design appeals to you, you'll be happy to have this in your universe. This is advertised as a way to produce an amount of candy. It's one of these boxes. You show it empty, close it up, and then you produce candy from it. This is the third time I've ever performed with this prop. But this is a kind of a small pocket-sized version of one of these guys. So anything that would fit in the box you could produce, or you might be able to use it as a vanish. Put stuff in there and then do a little magic thing and it's gone. I don't know. Could use a couple of 10 more minutes with that prop. As I was looking, I was looking at this thing, candy, yesterday. This thing popped to mind. We'll pull that out next. But speaking of the Tenyo version, here's one you might appeal to you if you like the Tenyo stuff. Let's get on. Whoa, come back. Let's get on down here a little bit closer. So this is his magic pencil box. Right? It's like a zigzag apparatus, but for pencils. So the pencils included. This is push button magic. You can do this right away. Let's see if we can get everyone to see this unintentionally. The pencil gets zigzagged into 3 pieces. You can remove and show the piece. Goes back inside the box. And then look how visual this is. You just close it up and the pencil is back to 1 piece. What a beautiful adaptation of a classic prop. I think if you review the Shasha Bolton stuff on our website, if anything appeals to you and you think you'll like it, you probably will. It's good stuff. That's all I have to say about that. Of course, I'll say more if you want. If you have any questions, comments, constructive criticism, right? It's pretty good. Yeah, I would suggest a lot of this stuff is nice desk pieces. And yeah, go review the Shasha Bolton stuff. So I wanted to show y'all a couple of sales things. You know, we always are running good sales at Tricksupply. If you go to the website, let's go. I'll show you where to look. Let's go back here. So you're probably going to start on the home page. What you want to do is come over here to the Shop Now button. You click on that. When you click on the Shop Now, you'll be able to access our categories. They're all on the left side. Right at the top there is the on sale section, clearance stuff. You get some great deals from us here at Tricksupply. We have hundreds of items that stay on sale, where a lot of magic sites will do a special sale for a holiday. We just keep a bunch of stuff on sale all the time. So if you haven't looked around, here's a good one. I pulled this out yesterday. We've been selling these pretty good. I got about 6 of them left. The wand gags assortment. These are all actually routine together. You get like, was it 5 or 6 gag wands? So probably for a family entertainer, you know, this is more of a kid show or a family thing, but there might also be some of these you put in a regular adult experience, but I'd suggest for $20, money well spent. Let's go back here a bit. Radical Dice, sold one of those yesterday. Great deal for that product. That Magic from the Overground book is good. Tom Mollica's DVD. So many killers on here to look at. If you haven't looked at our sales items recently, go look at that. And on that item, on that list, you'll find this. So while that Shasha Bolton small prop is advertised as a candy production, if you want to produce candy and make kids happy about it, I'm going to suggest you want to produce a whole bunch of it. And this looks like a great option to do so. George Iglesias is a guy that's taken, again, some standard ideas, but made them modernized. And also he's got a pretty good price point on these items, doubly so when you get them on sale from Tricksupply. Normally $45, only $20. And hey, let's take a look at George doing this thing now.
Hi, I'm George Iglesias. And today I present you the Candy Factory. Imagine a mysterious factory inside of a box. Watch your smiles multiply as candy appears.
That's my new marketing guy. Thank you, Nick. To produce all the candy, even candy bars or M&Ms. Oh, bring me back. If you're performing for kids, I can't imagine making them happier than producing a pile of candy. $20, you can do that. Candy Factory on sale now at Tricksupply. All right, we got some card magic in. We got some new stuff in. We got some sale items in. Let's take a look at some super new stuff, and we're going to look at some ESP cards. I did briefly mention these last week, a couple weeks ago, and also the newest, best thing that's in the shop. I feel like no one knows we have them because they haven't sold yet. Oh, feast your eyes on, in my opinion, one of the best props that has entered the Tricksupply showroom this month. These sold out from our distributor virtually overnight. We have 2 sets in stock now in the Tricksupply showroom. I imagine they'll be gone by the end of this day after we show how beautiful these things are. David Regal's color changing knife set. I put these in my kit about 3 years ago when he first released these. It did not include this knife. This is actually an Alex Elmsley innovation, if you can believe that. Alex Elmsley, who is renowned for his card work, and I had great ideas in all the genres. That's the Alex Elmsley color changing knife. The other new knife in this kit is a solid red Swiss Army style knife. You get the black and white knife. These knives are textured on the handles so you can feel them in your pocket. David also had the foresight to make these knives not sharp. You're a magician. Why would you want a sharp knife to cut yourself with? The real innovation on this set is this finale knife, which has the textured black handle with the metal bolster on this end. And then on the opposite end of the knife, the full color red, right? Which makes this a striking transformation when you're changing from a knife that has a metal bolster on it, and then it transforms into a knife that's a solid color, obviously a completely different knife. This is the real innovation with this set. So that's the main key knife, and then you also get the matching white and black knife with this set. I don't think I need to talk too much more about it. If you've been in my universe, you've seen me do the 4-knife routine. Happy to offer that routine to anyone who buys this set from us at Tricksupply. It's the David Regal knives. They're a beautiful thing. I feel like there's an Elmsley joke in there somewhere. I got you, Marty. I got you. I actually have a proprietary, a secret tutorial for my knife routine that I share with those who need it. Yeah, you're right. Regal's another guy. Like, you could get anything with his name on it. There's a few creators like that who just care enough to get it right. David's certainly one of those guys. All right. Let me show you one of the other things I've just been falling in love with in the store. Young lion Jeremy Jackson, who's been spending some time behind the counter at Tricksupply. You'll see him here on Wednesdays and Thursdays. He picked up one of these last week or two. He leans towards the mental side of things. I'm going to try not to flash the tutorial today. This is the Alexander Marsh AFESP deck. And boy, if you use this kind of prop in your world, I'm going to suggest that this is a step in the right direction, as opposed to, say, pulling your ESP cards out of a bicycle card box. This actually looks like something a mystery entertainer might have in their world. Let's talk just a little bit about what you get in this package, and the cards themselves these feel like a plastic card, right? So this is a card that's going to last. It's not a cardboard card, or if it is, it's very, very plastic coated. So I feel like this is a quality set that's going to last. I feel the card's back design is like very appealing for anyone who would do the mystery style work, as opposed to, say, a bicycle back or even a pattern back that's like with a border. These actually look like something someone psychic might have, or someone witchy. As we go through the designs, I think you get 5 of each: the circles, the crosses. They include the triangle as a alternative to the wavy lines, and then they also include the square and the stars, and they do include the wavy lines. You'll get a detailed tutorial from Alexander Marsh, who is a very smart mystery entertainer. And then you'll get a selection of gimmick cards to go with this package: double backers, double facers, cards with all the symbols on them, cards with all the symbols on them that are double faced. Is that right? No, just all the symbols. Okay. All right. This is the AF ESP deck. I feel like if you like this kind of stuff, reading minds, telling futures, I feel like this pack of cards is going to make you a very happy person. Smart tutorial from a progressive thinker in the field. Quality products that'll last, cards that'll last a lifetime. I don't know. We like it. Wondering if anyone in the chat has these things. Yeah, the price of the knife set is $150. $150. Regal knives. It's easy, man. You go with like Roger Lovin's knives, which are great. You could spend $150 on 2 or 3 knives from Roger Lovin's. I really feel $150 for that 6 knife set is money well spent. Yeah, it does kind of have a European feel to those, right? There we go. Testify. Alexander is a clever dude. And then one more semi-new thing. Figured I should get some coin magic in the stream today. We got these in a couple weeks ago, new from the House of Penguin Magic. Full disclosure, I haven't spent 5 minutes with this prop. I'm kind of enamored by it, even though box magic is not my go-to. This box actually has some features to it that make it a cut above. We're looking at the Pokito box from Alex Latorre. Is that the name? The Pokito box from Alex Latorre. So it's an Pokito style box. This one has a $50 in it. The interesting thing about this Pokito style box is that it has a hinged bottom, which flows from the top to the bottom. So after you do your basic Pokito move, I don't know if you can hear that. Then you can show the box cleanly empty without doing a turnover move. I feel like I need to kind of visually show what this is so y'all can kind of get behind this. I don't know if you can see this in the inside, but that base moves from the bottom to the top and the top to the bottom. This also means this box can act as a rattle box. So after the coin or coins has been secretly removed, it sounds like a coin is still in there, but then boom, it's instantly gone. So again, maybe with the coin inside, I can give you a better look at what happens here. So that bottom is on a track that allows the bottom to move to the top. The bottom moves up to the top, right? So when you do an Pokito style turnover, the coin is immediately accessible and the bottom is now where it should be, back to the bottom again. I hope that makes some sense. And I hope that there's a couple of box lovers in the audience that can see the possibilities that this box provides. I had the luxury of seeing Eric Tate demo this at the Magi Fest, and he had some really cool handlings, different things that you could do with this prop. If you like box magic, get into the Pokito. And that's our coin item we're featuring today. I don't know. I feel like I've been rambling at you guys pretty hard for a couple of 30 minutes. I'm wondering if there's anything that you would like me to talk about. If there's any questions, comments about what's happening. It is a great box. Did you get one of these, Jim? Oh, we got some people that have one. All right. Robert's got a Pokito box. Practice mode. We're learning stuff today. Bob Kohler had a lightning box. Yo, Hank, thank you for that. Helps me stay in this room, make sure the lights are paid. Nice. Someone's making good choices today. Well played, Steve. Cool. Do we sell the Ox F coins from Roy Cooper's? That one is not currently in the coin section. Off the top of my head, I don't think we have that one. But boy, do we have some Roy Cooper's coins here. Wish bag. That's the Tenyo release, smaller bag. That thing's pretty small and it uses a mirror kind of modus operandi. I would suggest the Candy Factory, a little bigger load compartment, a little bit different modus operandi. If I had to pick one today for the same price, $20, I'm going with the Candy Factory. Of course, I am a close-up sleight of hand guy, and when it comes to producing candy for kids, that's not my ballpark. But this thing looks great for $20, and I have had some of George's products. I love his drawer box. It looks like a shoe. It looks like a shoe box. This thing is great. I have one of those at home. Here's a question. Boy, I was signing paperwork yesterday for copyright things, and soon we're working on it. We had a snafu with a printer, and now we're on to another printer. Nothing good is easy, and it all takes time. I promise you, when we know something solid, y'all will know about it. What? Oh, really? Pokito asked you to have something special that doesn't come with it? Oh. That's news to me. Nick's wondering if anything cool is happening in Vegas recently. My magical excursion this week was going out to see Dave Johnson. Dave's the guy who built this magic shop with Wolfgang 5, 6, 8 years ago. But he literally filled the counters, and he was celebrating 45 years. A couple of 80 magicians at that birthday party, so that was fun. I'll tell you what I'm eyeballing this week. I've talked about this show a few times. I'm looking to get over here and see Jen Kramer at the Westgate. So this will be my next magic show I get to in town. Magic of Jen Kramer, female magician, throwing down a fine family matinee. She's at the Westgate currently. Of course, if you're coming to Las Vegas and you need to know, what shows are there to see? Let me remind everyone that we can go to the Tricksupply website. Let's go to the home screen here. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, and there you'll find our Las Vegas Magic Show list. There's a couple of 25 or 30 shows on this list. We keep it updated for you. Jen's on here. Lots of great shows on here. And I try to find like once a week to get out to one of these jams. Okay, here we go. Full disclosure. The Pokito directions ask you to have a magnetic shim coin to do their routines. All right, then. Interesting. Did not know that. I wish I knew what that was. Kiona Harbottle's pocket management system. I don't know. You've reached the limit of my knowledge base with that question, sir. And yeah, I know. How exciting is this? I was talking with Stephen Levine just at Eric Stevens' lecture. He was talking about going to be throwing down at the Flamingo. And no is the answer. I haven't been to the Chris Angel show. I want to go. Kinda. I feel I want to go like I kind of let me just say I want to go. We'll just leave it at that. If anyone wants to buy me a ticket to the Chris Angel show, I'll go. I'll give you a good review of it. Someone said, what's the Springfield effect? This, I think, is an interesting premise. I would say, like, not for a mentalist, but someone that wants to do mental magic in their show. Okay? This is a series of mentalism effects based on the notion that The Simpsons have predicted the future many times in their television show. There's a lot going on with this. I would suggest if you're interested in this product that you go to the website, take a look at the trailer, see some of the props that they're using, and get a better notion of what it is. It's kind of a like a good premise, but it's also it's kind of a weird one. Like, I feel like if you're a mentalist, you're probably not going to go like the comedy direction with that kind of prop. But if you're doing a family style show and want to put some mental magic in your act, this is probably a fun choice. Right. I think, I think most people get it, the Simpsons with their, prediction tie-ins. So that's kind of cool. I was digging around the bargain bin stuff for my locals who tune in, give you all a clue of some of the good stuff we have on the shelves. This is for in-store shopping only. This is a badass index from Vernay, the Cheetah. 2-pocket index, 13 cards each. It's cool. These are $5 DVDs from the $5 DVD bin. The Separagon from Woody Aragon. This is actually a kind of a self-working system to secretly arrange cards. World's Greatest Close-Up Magic, Volume 3. Non-card stuff, $5. Tommy Wonder, John Mendoza, Al Schneider, David Roth, Johnny Thompson, Larry Jennings. It's $5, folks. And you can't buy this one because I'm going to buy it. This is Nick DeFot's Through Being Cool. Got me a Nick DeFot DVD. Sorry, you're not buying that one. I am. Yeah, that's Chop Cup, Nick. That's right behind me. This thing's sweet for $25. $20. It's getting cheaper. This is a wide mouth style. If you're in Vegas, come see me. I got you. This is actually a real winner from the Viking Haitian line, Transmental. We got this guy for $25. Can we still get these? Probably. Can't get it for $25. I used to sell the crap out of these things at Magic Masters 40 years ago. Here's a question. Doug, I'm surprised that living in Vegas, you don't have access to free promo tickets. But I do. But maybe not the Chris Angel show. I've become spoiled with the comps. All the local pros are like, you want to see the show? Just let me know. But it's not like I'm bumping into Chris Angel or Chris Angel's people. They don't come in here. Also, no, we're not going there. But so yeah, the Chris Angel show might be one of the last magic shows I see in Las Vegas, but we're going to get there. In the next week or two, I will for sure be getting my house seats subscription. This is what a lot of locals do. It's called house seats. So you pay like $100 a year, and then they give you access to available seating and shows that are undersold. So I don't know if your locale has this, but for Vegas, there's a million shows here. And for me, this is going to be a good option to go see some shows I might not generally catch. Certainly all the magic shows, like the Jen Kramer show is probably on House Seats. I hear the Matt King show pops up on there sometimes. So yeah, that's a good option to do. But yeah, I'll pay to see some shows. I like to support the artist, but when people say, "Hey, do you want to come see my show for free?" I generally say yes. Yo, that's all I have to talk about today. If you want to talk about more stuff, you're going to have to tell me what, and I got just a couple more minutes before I got to open the doors in the store. In the Tricksupply showroom. This is what it looks like on this Saturday, May the 30th. Bright sunny day on Sunset Road. I think we did it. I didn't know if I'd be able to get through that, but we plowed through. I got a couple things. I got Kent Axtell from the Ghost Stories show. Kent Axtell. Hey, Kent, come pick up your haunted keys. What's up? We're waiting on you. We do special orders for professionals, of course. You need 6 haunted keys? Come see me. But yo, come see me. Bro, that's a personal question. What do you need? Chop balls? Sponge balls? Load balls? Billiard balls? Can you be more vague? Yeah, I don't know. This one, I don't know who that guy is. I haven't been to the show, and I've heard conflicting reports on if it's good or not. I feel they might change the magician out in that show. So I don't know what's happening with that. Here's my review of that show. I don't know. Look, 8 balls are good. I was carrying an 8 ball around with me the other night at Dave's party. A legit 8 ball, the pool kind. Good to see you today, Mr. Link. Thanks for chiming in, brother. Cups and balls? So, I don't know. Let's see if we can find you some. You need like a dozen balls? Probably the best way to go is crochet balls. I'm typing in crochet ball in the search engine. We got probably 8,000 choices here. Like, there we go. You get four of them for $7. What's happening here? 1-inch ones. This is going to be my suggestion. Crochet ball set, red, $8, 4 balls, $7. That seems like a fair price. But if you type in crochet ball, you'll have lots of options. If you want to go fancy, do we have some of these? This is what I use. Maybe not. Maybe not those. That's chop balls. What about baseball? Those appear to be hard to find right now. All right. This is good notice that when you see something in the magic world that you like and think you want, buy it. Buy 2 or 3 so that when it sells out, you got it. All right, there we go. I think we're done. Sharing magic, sharing knowledge, chatting with the kindred, and let me thank all of y'all for sharing some time with me here today, this Saturday. Hope to see a couple of you walking in this door so I can do some magic with some live humans. That's always fun. Nice. I got some bonus points for knowing how to spell Leo's name. Yeah, you get what you pay for. On that note, you could pay $50 for a set of 4 balls with rubber cores and sparkly threading on the outside. So, spend the most and get the best. I look forward to seeing those. You're welcome, Brian. Good to see you, dude. Thank you. Marty, back at you. All right, y'all. That's a wrap for today. We'll be back. We'll be back next week. Kind of had the fun today just mixing it up, but maybe I'll have a theme next week. Go buy a Marlo shirt. Thank you for that. See y'all next Saturday. Ciao.